encouragement, and information becomes transformation. I'm Dr. Ferris Corbett, alongside my colleague, Dr. Deidra Willis, and we want to thank you for joining us today. We don't take it lightly that you've chosen to spend this time with us. Here at Health Talk, our goal is simple: to provide you with clear, trustworthy, and practical health information, so that you can make informed decisions about your life, your wellness, and the well-being of those you love. From public health to mental health, from prevention to healing, we believe knowledge is power, but wisdom is action. And together, we'll explore both. So, settle in, open your mind and heart, and let's take this journey toward health, hope, and wholeness together.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us here today on Health Talk. We are so glad that you've taken time out of your busy schedule to join us here tonight. All right, so we're ready to get started with another wonderful episode. And if you missed last night's episode, please make sure you catch it on the replay. I think you're going to find the information that was provided on last night's episode. I think you're going to find that information to be very valuable, very useful. Also, and take a moment and just respond to those questions that we had. They should be still displayed on the replay so that you can, provide us a response to those. Okay. All right. So again, we're glad you're here with us on tonight. All right. So let's get ready to get it started. So good evening and welcome back to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Ferris Corbett. Unfortunately, Dr. Willis is unable to join us tonight. Tonight, it is Wednesday, August the 12th. And tonight we are diving into a health trend that has gone viral on TikTok and beyond. It's called Fibermaxxing. And unlike a lot of fades or fads we have seen in recent years, this one has some real science to back it up. But before you start piling beans and chia seeds on your plate, there are some things you should know about how to do it safely and effectively. So tonight we will unpack what fibermaxxing is, why experts are cautionally supporting it, and how you can integrate more fiber into your diet without the side effects that comes from going overboard. But before we get started, let's do our typical Did You Know fact. Did you know the average American eats only about 16 grams of fiber per day? That is less than half the recommended amount, which is 25 grams daily for women and up to 38 grams for men. Low fiber intake linked to higher risk of heart disease, colon cancer, diabetes, and even depression. So it's no wonder why, health experts are paying attention to this trend that's encouraging people to eat more fiber. And this information is based from the source of the U.S. Dietary Guideline for 2025. All right, so let's get into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic again is fibromyxin. This is a new trend that is out now. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to have a discussion about that. We're going to tell you what experts say and precautions to look for. So, as we said, fibermaxxing is a social media trend where people intentionally maximize their daily fiber intake. And this is done often by adding large amounts of fruits, vegetable, legumes, and whole grain into their meal. Some even use fiber powders or supplements to boost uh, those numbers of fiber. So again, it's called uh, fiber maxing. Okay. So on TikTok, you will see people showing off smoothies that are packed with things such as flax seeds, oats, and spinach, or giant bowls of beans and lentils. The message is more fiber, more health. And honestly, they're not wrong. Fiber is one of the most important nutrients missing from most diets. And it does a lot of heavy lifting. Fiber is. It does a lot of heavy lifting. Fiber helps to keep your digestion regular. It also helps to lower your cholesterol. It also helps with stabilizing blood sugar, and it feeds the good bacteria in your gut microbiome. So they're not wrong when they say fiber is increased fiber is good, healthy for you. They're not wrong in this information. But there's a catch. When you suddenly increase fiber without giving your body time to adjust, you end up with bloating, you end up getting cramps, and you also risk having mineral absorption issues. And that is where moderation comes in. Okay. So these are some precautionary things that we need to think about and we need to look at when we talk about fiber maxing. Okay. Now, let us take a deeper look at what fiber really does. What is the real purpose of fiber? Now, to begin with, there are two main types of fiber. The first one is what we call soluble fiber. Now, what this means, it dissolves in water and forms a jello-like substance. Now, what this does, it helps to slow digestion, which helps to control blood sugar and lower your cholesterol level. And you can find these soluble fibers in things such as oats, apples, beans, and flaxseed. Now, the next fiber is what we call insoluble fiber. And what it does, it adds bulk to your stews and help food move more quickly through the digestive system. What this does, this particular type of fiber, it helps prevent things such as constipation and it helps to keep your gut healthy. Okay. And you will find insoluble fibers in foods like whole wheat bread, nuts, and many vegetables. Now, here is where it gets real fascinating. Fiber does not just help your gut, it helps your brain. Okay? So, fiber, it plays a very important role, but we must also understand some risks that may be associated when we start taking in too much too quickly. Okay? So, remember, fiber doesn't just help your gut, it also helps your brain. Okay? The bacteria that is found in our guts or in our belly, it ferments fiber into a short chain uh, fatty acid, uh, like such as butyrate. Okay? And what this does, it helps to reduce inflammation, and it helps to improve communication between your gut and your brain. Okay. And also, some studies even suggest that high fiber diets are linked to lower rates of anxiety and depression. So, is fiber good for you? It is extremely good. It is extremely healthy. But again, we must remember that taking in too much fiber suddenly can create and pose some issues. Okay? Just keep that in mind when we're talking about this new trend called fiber maxing. So, yes, when the TikTok influencers say fiber helps your mood, there is actually science to back that up. Okay? Just keep that in mind. So now, why are experts being cautious about this new trend, this new fad? Why are experts being cautious about that? Okay, now before you go from 10 grams of fiber to 40 grams of fiber overnight, here is why experts caution us and put a pause and tell us to slow down. Here's why. Number one, because of digestive overload. Too much fiber at one time, it causes bloating, gas, and discomfort. Okay, keep that in mind. Also, it creates a mineral imbalance. Excess fat can interfere with the absorption of iron, zinc, calcium, and magnesium. So, these are reasons why experts are cautious about this and kind of, put up that red flag. The third thing is the risk of becoming a hydration risk. It creates hydration risk. Fiber, what it does, it pulls water into the intestines, and without enough fluids, constipation can actually become worse. Okay, these are three key factors as to why experts are cautious about fiber maxing. And that is again because of digestive overload. Again, adding too much fiber can cause bloating, gas, and discomfort. Uh, it could create a mineral imbalance because fiber interferes with the absorption of minerals such as iron, zinc, calcium, and magnesium. And also, there's a risk for hydration problem, and because fiber pulls water out of your intestines, and when there's not enough water in the intestines, constipation can become even worse. Okay, so let's keep that in mind, and it is for these reasons why professional advice is simple: increase your fiber gradually. Okay, drink plenty of water and keep your meals balanced. Okay, even one nutritionist puts it best when they say fiber is your friend, but like any friend, you need to get to know it slowly. Okay, so this is why experts are erring on the side of precaution with this new fiber maxing. And as we say, fiber is a good thing. It is a very good thing. It is a very healthy thing. But as with anything, too much of a good thing can become detrimental, okay? Can be unhealthy for you. Now, here are some practical takeaways that we want to go over with you. But we want you to understand that, yes, adding extra fiber into your diet is good for your brain, it's good for your mood, it's good for your gut health, but too much, too fast can create issues, okay? Mineral imbalance, uh, hydration risk, and digestive overload. So let's keep those things in mind. So some practical takeaways that we want to talk with you on tonight is how can you safely and effectively add more fiber into your diet? One of the things you want to do, you want to make sure you start slow. Add one extra serving of fruit or vegetable a day. For example, an apple as a snack and or as a side um, salad at dinner. So you want to start slowly. Hydrate. Second thing is hydrate. Aim for at least 8 glasses of water daily and more if you are exercising. Also, you want to swap smart. So, for example, you want to switch from white rice to brown rice, from white bread, or some people say light bread, to whole grain bread, or switching chips, potato chips, and things like that to air fried popcorn. So swap smart. Okay. All right. Beans, beans, beans. I know a lot of us uh, may have heard the old cliche beans, beans, good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you, we're not going to use that word, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So add black beans to your taco, add lentil to your soup, or chickpea to your salad. You know, I make this chickpea chicken salad, which is very, 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 very good. Okay. Uh, and something for your breakfast boost. Your breakfast boost. You want to like oats, oatmeal, uh, chia pudding, smoothie with flax seeds can give you 5 to 10 extra grams of fiber in your diet. Okay. And lastly, diversity matters. Different fibers feed different gut bacteria. Remember, we talked about those two types of fiber, the soluble and insoluble? Each one of those feed different gut bacteria. Mix it up. Berries, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and legumes, they all count. So to mix it up, do a diversity. Okay? So again, these practical takeaway: start slow, hydrate, smart swap, beans, beans, beans. That saying, breakfast boost, and diversity. So here's an example of a day. For breakfast, you can have something like uh, oats with chia seeds and blueberries. For lunch, you can have something like lentil soup with whole grain bread. For a snack, you can have something like apple with some peanut butter on it. Very, 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 very good. And for dinner, maybe like grilled salmon, uh, or roasted broccoli. Now, that day alone, with those examples that I just shared with you, in that one day for breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner, it would put you close to 35 grams of fiber without supplements. Okay? Something to really, really think about. Okay? So that new trend, Fibermaxxing, it's it has some validity to it. But as we said, expert warns you to err on the side of precaution because of hydration risk, for mineral imbalance, and for digestive concerns. So you want to be very, 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 very mindful of that. Okay. Now, as far as we want to get you engaged into this conversation, into this discussion on tonight. So we're going to present and propose a couple of questions to you, and we want you to take those questions and respond to them in the comments section. Um, Even if you are catching this live on replay, those questions will still be there. They will still be available to you, and we ask that you simply leave us a note in the comments section regarding your response to that question. And you can also go to our website and you can leave us a response there to the question as well. Dr. Willis and I would love to hear your response to those questions, and um, we will get back with you uh, if you can just provide that response. Again, we're going to provide you three questions to help engage in the conversation and to provide you an opportunity to share with us your thoughts and your ideas regarding the matter of fiber max. You can leave your response in the comment section, or you can go to our webpage and you can leave a comment there on our webpage as well. Okay? All right. So the first question uh, that we would like to propose to you is, how much fiber do you think you're actually eating every day? And would you consider tracking it for a week? So again, how much fiber do you think you're taking in every day? And would you consider tracking it for 1 week? Leave us your comment in the comment section below. Also, go to our web page and leave us a comment there as well. All right. How much fiber do you think you're actually taking in? And would you consider tracking it for 1 week? The second question we want to propose to you is, if you had to pick just one fiber rich food to add more often, what will it be? Beans, fruit, grains, or veggie? If you could pick one fiber rich food to add more often, what or which one of those fiber rich food will it be? Beans, fruit, grain, or veggie? All right. Leave us a comment down in the comment section below, or go to our website and leave us a comment there. All right. Our third and final question is, what barriers do you face in eating more fiber? Is it cost, time, or taste? And how could your community or family help support better choices? Okay. Again, the question is, what barriers do you face in eating more fiber? Is it cost, time, or taste? And how could your community or family help support better choices? Leave us your response in the comment section below, or go to our uh, website and leave your comment there. We would love to hear from you. We would love to hear uh, your thoughts regarding the matter, because your thought, sharing your thought, can not only be supported to us, but it also be a help and a support to others that are reviewing this podcast live, and those that are going to review it in replay. All right. So think about those questions. We will display them on the screen one more time. Question number one: how much fiber do you think you're actually taking in every day, and would you consider tracking it for one whole week? Okay. Our second question is: if you had to pick one fiber-rich food to add more often, what will it be? Beans, fruit, grains, or veggie? Again, we would love to hear from you. Leave us your comment. All right. And the last and final question was: what barriers do you face in eating more fiber? Is it cost, time, or taste? And how could you, your community, or family help support better choices? Okay. Those are our discussion questions we would want to hear from you about. So think about them, write it down, send us a response in the comment section. Go to our website. You can leave the comment there on our website. Uh, we would certainly like to hear your response there. So let's take a moment and respond to those questions. All right. If you happen to be catching this on live, we will repeat those questions one more time. If not, you can catch it on the replay. All right. Because your answers, might encourage someone else who's trying to take a small step forward toward becoming healthier or to have a healthier lifestyle, make healthier choices. Okay. All right. Now, Fibermaxxing shows us that sometimes social media can actually push us into a healthier position, su- such as with Fibermaxxing. The key is taking the trend and turning it into a sensible lifestyle. Remember those three precautionary things that experts are, you know, putting up that caution sign, and that is because of digestive issues, there's too much fiber, cause bloating, cramping, things of that nature. Mineral imbalance, because fiber, could interfere with the absorption of those minerals such as iron, zinc, calcium, and magnesium, and also the risk of hydration because fiber pulls water out of your intestine, and as a result, uh, issues with constipation can become worse. Okay, so social media trends again can sometimes take us into a healthy direction, but we must remember to turn these trends into sensible lifestyle. And remember, small, gradual changes are better than extremes. All right? Listen, we really appreciate you taking your time to join us here tonight on Health Talk. Health Talk is a part of He Cares Training and Education Center, where yours truly, Dr. Corbett, is the CEO and the founder, and Dr. Deidra Willis is our executive vice president and co-founder. You can contact us via our website. We have placed that information on the screen, and it's also in the chat with the hyperlink that you can click on there and go directly to our website. We do have a page on there or a spot on there where you can schedule a discovery appointment with us as we provide continuing education hours. Uh, we do health and wellness coaching, and we also do trauma informed care workshop, consulting, and things of that nature. So go ahead, go to the website. Again, it's in the chat with the hyperlink that you can click on it, take you directly to the website, and we are also displaying it on the screen. We would love to hear from you. All right. Again, on the behalf of myself and Dr. Willis in her absence, We thank you for taking your time to join us here on Health Talk. Join us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. as we look deeper into gut health trends, which ones are truly beneficial and which one could be doing more harm than good. All right, until then, I am Dr. Corbett, reminding you wellness is not about doing everything at once. It is about doing the right thing consistently. Stay informed, stay encouraged, and stay well. And until tomorrow night, take care, stay healthy, and God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow night.